Alrighty, team. I'm really excited to get started on today's number story. I think a lot of us are going to be really successful today. I've noticed that more and more scholars are starting to join in using gestures as I retell the story. So I want everyone to make sure that they're paying close attention because those scholars who are listening really well are usually able to solve really well. Charlie, I'm noticing that you are getting up and down. Please make sure that you are seated the whole time, as unfortunately you are one of the scholars who will not be participating in the wiggle later today. All right. Listening carefully to my story, yet Siri's got her gesture hands ready. James had some water balloons, and his dad gave him 48 more for doing such a great job in school. And James saw that he now had 102 water balloons. 102. And he thought to himself, how many water balloons did I start with? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the problem. Now, as I'm showing you the problem, I want you to be reading it out loud with me. Remember that in just a moment, I'm going to be calling on some scholars to retell. So this is a great opportunity to say it out loud so you'll be ready to retell. Saying it with me. James had some water balloons. His dad gave him 48 more. Now he has 102 water balloons. How many water balloons did he start with? Before we call on some scholars to share, I just quickly want to shout out Fatima. I noticed that as I was saying the problem, you were saying the problem too. Nicely done. All right, team, let's go ahead and let's call on our first reteller.
All right, I'm going to unmute Savannah. Savannah, go ahead.
Before you start, Savannah, remember that as you are following along, you should be giving Savannah a thumbs up or a thumbs down to let her know how she's retelling the problem. Go ahead, Sav.
James has some
Water balloons.
Water balloons. His dad gives him 46 more
48
water balloons. Now he has 108 water balloons. 102 water balloons. How many water balloons did he start with?
Very nice. All right, let's go ahead and give Savannah 2 claps. 2 claps. Nicely done, Savannah. Sadia, can you please return your screen to normal? You're spending a lot more time doing that than you are listening to the problem. Thank you. All right, let's move on to our next reteller.
Oops, sorry, Miss Lester. I see a few people with pencils moving. I noticed Dylan had his pencil moving. Let's make sure our pencils are still. You cannot be a presenter if you're being untrustworthy with when you're starting to solve.
Thank you, Ms. Napolitano.
Okay, we look like we're ready to go. You're looking for a second presenter?
Yes.
All right, looking for a strong silent hand. Gabe, go ahead. You're going to tell us that story problem. Go ahead, Gabe.
James has some water balloons. His dad gave him 48 more water balloons. How many water balloons did he start with?
Hold on, Gabe. You're missing an important part of the story. Can we go back to Savannah? Savannah, I want you to retell one more time. Gabe, make sure that you're listening. Make sure that you include every piece.
All right, Savannah, go ahead.
James has some
water balloons.
Some water balloons. His dad gives him 46 more.
48.
48 more. Now he has 102 water balloons in total. How many water balloons did he start with?
Thank you, Savannah. All right, Gabe, you ready? Show me a thumbs up to show me that you're ready, Gabe. All right, go ahead, Gabe.
James has some water balloons. His dad gave him 48 more. Now he has 102 water balloons. How many water balloons did he start with?
Yes, good job, Gabe. Everyone give him 2 claps. 2 claps. Gabe, nice job listening closely as Savannah was retelling and including that piece that you forgot, the total that he ended up with. Nice job. All right, last reteller before we start solving.
All right. I'm going to call on Amelia. She was someone who was giving thumbs up, agreeing the whole time Gabe was presenting. Go ahead, Amelia.
James had some water balloons. His dad gave him 48 more water balloons. Now he had 102 water balloons. We want to know how many water balloons did he start with?
Excellent, Amelia. 2 claps. 2 claps. Very nicely done. I just want to shout out those scholars that I see, making sure that they're following along. I see Dante clapping. I see Fatu clapping. These are scholars that I'm keeping in mind of scholars who I would want to have lunch bunch with next week. Just a shout out today, Miss Napolitano and I showed something pretty cool during lunch bunch. So I'm excited to share that something cool with other scholars next week. But it's a secret. All right, team. Let's go ahead and look at the problem one more time. Before we get into solving, remember that as I am saying the problem, it's up on the screen, so you should be saying it with me. I'm looking to see who's saying it with me, just like Fatima did. Go ahead. James had some water balloons. His dad gave him 48 more. Now he has 102 water balloons. How many water balloons did he start with? All right, I just got a shout out. Lorena's little sister was saying the problem with us. You go. Look who's getting ready for 2nd grade already. Mr. Napolitano, are we ready to break out?
Yes, we are. I will break us out right now. Again, make sure you're hitting join when you get that message on your screen.
All right. Wow, Sandy looks super focused. We did. Nice to see you in our breakout room. Yes, coming to you. Go ahead and unmute. Go ahead, Savannah.
Aren't we supposed to have reteach?
Nope. All right, team, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am gonna put the problem up on the board for those who do not have. Angel, make sure that your sounds are off and you're following along. Remember, go shout out to Savannah, her pencil's already moving. Once you have a solution, please make sure that you are raising a hand so I can see as many scholars as possible. Liam, you getting started right away? Tyler's focused. Giannis, you gonna share that with me? Make sure that you're working too, Giannis. I see Ian carefully counting. Tyler, you ready? All right, go ahead, type. Tyler, that is not correct. I want you to go back to the language of the problem. Think about how are you going to figure out how many balloons he started with? Tyler, why don't you start with a number sentence to match the equation? To match the problem, excuse me. Sandy, you ready? Can you write it bigger, sweetheart? I can't really see it. Ian, go ahead. That is not correct. It looks like you made a mistake while regrouping. Let's try a different strategy. Go ahead, Marstar. That is not correct. Again, just like I told Tyler, I want you to go back to the language of the problem and think about how you can figure out how many he started with. Go ahead, Kaylee. Can you point to your answer, Kay? I can't see it, sweetheart. Put it closer to the camera. That is not correct. You need to go back to the language of the problem. Think about what you would need to do to figure out how many he started with. I'm actually going to pause this for a second. Everyone put their pencils down. Eyes back on me. Thank you, Sandy. You got there right away. There in 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Waiting on Giannis. Waiting on Tyler. All right, team. I noticed that a lot of us are subtracting. I want to hear from, who did I see subtracting? I just looked at Omari's frozen. I looked at Ian's work, I think. If I can unmute him. Ian, why did you choose to subtract?
I choose to subtract because 102 is bigger than 48, so I know that it can't be less.
It doesn't matter that 102 is bigger than 48. I need to go back to the problem to think about what I would need to do in order to figure out how many he started with. I want to hear from Yatsiri because I saw her disagreeing when I talked about subtracting. Yatsiri, how are you solving this problem?
I'm solving the problem by adding because I know we wanted to figure out how many she started with, and when we want to figure how many she started with, we need to get our total to find how many she started.
Right, Savannah, it's now a warning. Please put your pencil down. The dad gave James 48 more, and he has 102. So we're trying to figure out how total that he has. So we're gonna go ahead and we are going to take the next maybe 4 or so minutes to solve. Giannis, we're solving, my love. Please mute your camera, your microphone. Ian, I apologize. I just took a closer, oh no, Giannis, please stop sharing your screen. Please don't do that again. Ian, you are absolutely correct. I misinterpreted the problem. Can I see your strategy again? What, Ian?
The subtracting or the adding?
Subtracting. You were right. I was incorrect. Can you show me your work again?
Wait, I think I made a mistake with the.
Okay, you go ahead and double check. I love that you want to make sure that you double check your work before you share it out. All right, team. Can I see Zenny? Can I see your work? Tyler, I'm not coming to you because of the way that you're reacting. Zenny, can you chat me what number you started with on your open number line? Okay. Can I see Liam's work? The answer is not correct, Liam. I'm not sure how you got there. All right, team. Let's see. Yeah, series work. Yeah, Siri, you're showing me the strategy that you crossed out. Jocelyn, you can show me your work. Chat me your answer yet, Siri. It's difficult to see. Joss, you gotta hold it closer to the camera, love. I can't see. Oh, well, now. A little bit farther back, babe. Chat me your answer, Joss. You guys, if you can't see what you're showing me in the camera, then I can't see it. Go ahead, Seth. Go ahead, Tyler. Show me your answer, Savannah. Yes, Tyler, that is correct. Good job, Tai Tai. Yes, Savannah, that is correct. Nicely done. Savannah, I'm gonna have you share out, okay? I want you to share out the strategy you did doing -10, -10, -10, okay? Are you ready or no? What, Seth?
I did +10.
Oh, +10, excuse me. I want you to share out that strategy, okay? Okay, great. All right, guys, see you in a sec.
Adriana, do you have a question?
No, I'm done.
You're done? Okay, great. We're coming back together and Miss Lester's gonna have presenters share out, okay?
Okay.
All right, team. As we come back together, remember, this is an opportunity to show that you are ready for that wiggle break. You are focused, your eyes are on the screen, and you are ready to learn from the presenters for today. Lorena, please put your dog down and pay attention. All right, I see that Haley is very focused. Oliver, please put your pencil down. Makissa, please back up a little bit from the camera so we can see your face. Thank you. All right, team, I am excited to have our presenters get started for today. The first presenter we're going to have is Chloe. Whenever you're ready, Chloe. Hannah, you're gonna throw that away now. Thank you. If we can find Chloe and unmute her.
Sorry, I was muted. She is unmuted, ready to go.
All right, give me one sec, Chloe. Let me share my screen so that I can chart your work. All right. I'm trying something new today, so let's see how it goes. All right, go ahead, Chloe.
First, I drew a number line,
Okay.
and then I put 100 and 102 in the front.
Why did you start with 102?
Because if I start with a question mark, then that wouldn't make sense because I don't know what question mark means. And unless to find out what my question mark is, I need to solve.
That's a great point, Chloe. When we're solving, we don't always need to start with the number that comes first in the problem. Keep going.
Then I did a loop and put minus 40.
Why did you take away 40?
Because like that, it would be a little more simple. So I could get it to, because if I just did 48, then I would have to regroup, then I would have to like do more math work. But if I just do 40, then I would get my next number quick.
Excellent. Keep going.
Then if I know that 100 minus 40 equals 60, I just need to add 2 to 60 to get 62.
If
And
100 minus 40 equals 60, add 2 to 62.
And then the next number that I wrote on the number line was 62.
Excellent.
Then I put minus 8.
Mhm.
And then I got my answer 54.
So in total with your loops, how many did you take away, Chloe?
I took away 48. 2
And what
loops.
does that 48 represent?
That 48 represents the water balloons James' dad gave to him.
Great. So Chloe, what was your answer?
My answer was 54 water balloons.
54 water balloons. All right, thank you so much, Chloe. All right, team, we are going to do our mirror chant for Chloe. I'm gonna just quickly remind us because I know we're adding in some new cheers. So our mirror cheer goes like this. Looking good. All right, let's go ahead and give Chloe her cheer for doing such an awesome job. Ready? Go ahead. Looking good. All right, Daniel, you rocked out that cheer. All right, team, I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to have Savannah present next. If we can unmute Savannah.
Savannah's unmuted. Go ahead, Sav.
First, I put 48 plus 10 equals 58.
Okay.
Then I put 58.
I'm
plus-
sorry, Miss Lester. Before Savannah continues, I noticed that some scholars are not sitting still. I noticed that they're walking around in their room. That is not showing Savannah that you're paying attention, or is it showing her respect? Make sure that you're sitting up straight and you're tracking forward. Daniel, this is my last reminder. If I have to remind you again, I will remove you.
So let's take 10 seconds to make sure that we are seated and that our eyes are on the screen. I see Noel is there with hands folded. I see Ayumakun is there. Mohammed, please put your hands down and track the screen. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Jones. Go ahead, Savannah.
Plus 10 equals 68. Then I put 68 plus 10 equals 78. And then I put 78 plus 10 equal 88. Then I put 88 plus 10 equals 98. And then I put 98 plus 4 equals 102.
Savannah, this time, why did you add 4 instead of 10?
I add 4 because if I added 10, then I would have had 108. That would be over my total of water balloons.
Thank you, Savannah. Mohammed, please get that out of your mouth. Keep going.
And then I circled all the 10s and the 4, and all of those 10s and the 4 together equals 54. And then I got my answer, 54 water balloons.
Beautiful. All right, nicely done, Savannah. All right, we can go ahead and mute Savannah, and we can give Savannah our roller coaster cheer. All right, get your roller coaster ready. Thank you, Alpal. Ready? Woo, woo, woo. Nice job, Kayza. All right, awesome job, Savannah. All right, our next presenter is going to be Cassidy. Before Cassidy starts, let's make sure that everyone is giving her that respect. Your eyes should be up on the screen. Ooh, thank you, Omar. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Zendaya. Widad, please make sure that you are seated flat and that we can see your face in the camera. Thank you. Much better. All right. Whenever you are ready, Cassidy, go for it.
First, I drew a line.
A number line? Cassidy? If we can find...
Yeah, I'm trying to unmute her now. Cass, can you start from the beginning, please?
First, I put 102.
There seems to... Cassidy?
Yeah.
So let's make sure that we're not touching anything and just make sure that you're telling us how you solved, okay?
Okay.
All right, so you put 102.
And then I put a minus sign. 48. And then I put a line under 48. So then I started from the ones, and 8 plus 2 equals 10. So I regrouped.
I noticed that you told me to put a minus sign, but then you just told me 8 plus 2.
I meant a plus sign.
Okay.
And then I put 8 plus 2 and I got 10.
Okay.
And then I regrouped because they can't be two numbers in the ones place.
Beautiful. Keep going.
And then I crossed out the 0 and put a 1. And then I put 4 plus 1 and I got 5.
One sec, Cassidy. I know that you told me that you regrouped in the ones place, and you told me that you had enough to regroup 110. How many ones did you have left over?
I had 4.
So when you did 8 plus 10, I'm sorry, when you did 8 plus 2 and you got 10, you regrouped 110 and you had 4 left over?
I had 0 left over.
Great. Remember that there are 10 ones in a 10. Everyone repeat with me. There are 10 ones in a 10. Charlie, I noticed that you did not repeat. We're all going to say it together again. There are 10 ones in a 10. So since Cassidy took those 10 ones and made them into 110, she didn't have any ones left. Go ahead, Cassidy.
And then I had the 100 left. So I gave the 100 to the 10.
Okay.
And I knew that I had a 10 left over and it couldn't go to the 10, so I gave it to the ones.
So Cass, it looks like we made a couple of different moves. I'm going to stop us here and I want the group to talk about how they solved. I'm noticing that Savannah and Chloe solved in a different way than Cassidy. So I want to bring this question out, whole group, whether we needed to add or subtract in order to find our answer. Let's look for a strongly raised hand. Adrian, I'm going to come to you. All right, Adrian, did we need to add or subtract to get to our answer?
Add.
How do you know? I'm talking to you, Adrian. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Adrian, why do you think that we needed to add?
I think we need to add because in the problem it said how many did she start with.
So why does that tell you that we need to add?
Because we needed to see 102 plus 48.
You're not really telling me from the language of the problem why we needed to add. Raise a hand if you think that we needed to subtract in order to find our answer.
I see Luce has her hand up, Ms. Lester. I'm going to call her.
Perfect.
Go ahead, Luce.
We had to subtract to get our answer because if we added because if Jaden got a bigger number as from when his dad gave him, we need to subtract because we need a less number when he began with, and then he got 48, so then he got more.
Luce, why would he have a less number that he started with?
Because if he started with a bigger number, because when he had his total already, when he said he got some, when he had the sum, that means he had a little bit.
So let's go back to the problem. I put the problem back up. I like what Luce was saying about how he started with less. Let's go back to that problem. James had some. His dad gave him 48, and now he has 102. If 102 is the total that he is ending up with, that means that he had to have started with less. And when his dad gave him 48 more, he got to his total of 102. Whenever I'm solving, and I'm thinking about what I'm trying to find, I always make sure that I understand what is happening in the problem. A really great strategy for some of us to make sure that we're getting to that correct answer could be to start by writing our labeled number sentence like we do in math. That will show that you've understood what's happening in the problem and will give you a plan to solve before you start working with your strategies. Thank you so much to all of our presenters for today. I want to make sure that we have enough time for our wiggle. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen.